Grand Rising. Oh, hold on. I don't want this anyway. All right. So I'm sitting here about to go into Inanna, the queen of heaven and earth, right? It's so funny how so many of these storylines tie into each other. And it, for me, it just represents wisdom, the Holy Spirit, the Ruach. And every goddess, mm, or again, the energy that reigns in every goddess that has to come and fight her way through this world. Many times being overlooked or downplayed by harlots and whores of Babylon. So again, I am just woven this way where I am very just creative, dramatic, can be funny. I don't know. I'm just like a, I don't know. I don't know. It's the art of it all, right? This is why I do it. I don't know why people think, but I do it because I'm truly inspired. For one, and it's just the art of something. So again, I guess you have to have that Empress Goddess gene in order to tap into this energy the way that we do on this platform and many others, you know what I'm saying, that I've run across. So there's a difference. Unfortunately, those are the ones that are the original ones that are hidden and trying to be kept under wraps. For a more submissive and subtle version, which I feel like I'm that, you know what I'm saying? But it's just the knowledge. It's just that something extra that the world is really not ready for. They really just can't handle. And it's very sad, right? To get negative energy for standing in your full power and potential. And that presence, it rubs people the wrong way, especially within this patriarchal society. I think it just does. And it's funny because that idol energy, there's only room for one. There's only one room for one capital. That one sun, that one bright light at a time. It's just unfortunate that many times prior to this, we didn't have the type of, that's why I don't look bad at, I don't look down at technology, all of it. Because again, in this time, it may not be many because of, the restraints. But again, the platform is pretty small still. And I don't see why people are so angry and angered and upset about the messages that I deliver. I don't have any intent. Do you know what happened? I was just thinking about something, right? I was thinking about like this feeling of like betrayal. So it matters when people that betray people feel like they're being betrayed, but the people that are ultimately being betrayed can't speak on being betrayed. I don't understand that. Because someone has chosen to put the coat on another feminine energy, which I cannot even say is divine, because why would anybody want to? How are you divine if you're taking someone else's skin and walking around in it? Someone else's knowledge and walking around in it? Again, everybody is their own self. Everybody has their own thing, and that's all I'm saying. This is mine. It's my turn. Anybody else's turn to shine on their platform. This is my domain. So this is what I do here. I don't force it down anyone's throat. I'm not trying to manipulate the situation. It just came to me. So I'm thinking about this energy of like, I don't know, it still is on this whole thing, right? And again, this story should inspire and, trigger thought in others. Again, sometimes I really think that people might think of it as selfish, but I think of it as selfless because while I speak on these things, it's not hypocritical in a sense. It is just, I'm some type of person that even if I don't obtain it, if 10 people can hear my message and do that, I would rather do. Because again, there's something about my situation where maybe I feel like I'm just gonna be plucked. I don't know. Like it just seems like I don't know. I don't know something, y'all. I don't know. Because I feel like certain entities have made their decision as to what they're going. But I'm just trying to show that throughout the story, how deception and betrayal, love and war affect the true essence of the Empress. Because again, in a patriarchal society, no one wants her to reign supreme, and it's sad. So something had me back on Inanna last night after we were in the Elish, okay? Something had me looking into Inanna. And then I ended up falling asleep listening to someone who had just put up a video about her. And again, you know, just in that energy, anybody can tap into the energy. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just one that is living that life right now. And again, it's not even just her, because there's other people that are tied and connected to the storyline that are also there. So we just read these storylines so we can see what's going on within society, you know what I'm saying, now, and compare it. Did somebody get played? Because we know a lot of times the victors do write the story. But again, I know you can't see, well, damn, I don't know if people can at this point. So I know you can't see exactly what I'm thinking in my head and why, you know what I'm saying, why it does resonate with me. But again, hopefully it inspires somebody, because if I'm dealing with that energy right now, somebody else could be also dealing with that energy, right? They could be the other part of that energy, a consort, a sister, a mother, you know what I'm saying? It's to find ourselves within the story, right? And if it's something that's going to uncover something that's not right, then it does. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? There's no rhyme or reason to what I do. So anyway, something made me want to go back in the book because, I don't know. I was thinking Philip. I had an uncle, Philip, right? These are all these names and stuff that are in the family line, right? But again, I don't know. It made me think about, like I said, it's about inheritance. And like this portion of, I feel like we're going to go into is about, you know, tricks. Maybe like a daughter that's being rebellious or disobedient or doesn't want to comply. Again, maybe she knows something is wrong or something, you know what I'm saying, is wrong about what her father or whatever other entity is trying to convince her into doing. And she wants to try her own way. She wants to find her own way to fight, to get to the top, to get into her position. And that's the thing. In that documentary, they were saying Inanna never had nothing easy. She had to fight for everything. She had to fight so hard for everything. Even she was ordained and given the rights and the birthrights to do these things, and she still had to fight. She still had to fight. That's a warrior. That's a warrior. And I'm talking about, again, body, mind, and spirit. Because, again, a lot of this has to do with, you know, sex, lies, war, you know what I'm saying? Beauty, finances. You know, it has a lot to do with those things, right? But she was a fighter. She had to fight for everything. And it just made me think about it. Just like even last night, I was trying to get my Amazon store back open and stuff like that, and it just was so many different challenges and stuff that was going on. I'm like, oh my god, see, this is why I be just like when I have to do certain things, because it's always an obstacle upon an obstacle and an obstacle and an obstacle. But I know now though that now see, I didn't know before. I know now that again, part of that could be me, but part of it is not. Part of it is sorcery and negative energy being sent by, again, others that may know or don't know that they are, again, the other counterparts or whatnot to this storyline. So it made me think about like she had inherited all these things, all these gifts that her father had gave her, but it almost seems as if she lost them, or if he took them and gave them to someone else, or some kind of position, because she went and she told like, oh father, you tricked me, you said this and you did this, and my father just went against me like for no reason or whatever. So it made me think about, we're dealing with succubus energy then. We're dealing with, again, idol worship, because that would be the preference. And again, like I said, I don't understand. If people are free to do things, it's okay for things to go in a different direction sometimes. It's okay for people to choose others. It's okay to do, what I'm saying? That's what all this is all up for debate, right? All of this is theoretic. But I feel like it's just not right for people to be okay with knowing that something is going real left, and to be around as if they are there to help and they are harming. In a sense of, like I told you guys a long time ago, I remember walking with Source, which is, again, within here, within the temple. I remember certain things being spoken, and I feel as though, like I said, at that point in time, I thought that whatever, I knew my position, I was sitting in that, I'm still am. But again, what society is going to do is something different. What I'm going to do is still tell my story, right? So there's a part about the sister of Inanna, right? And that's what I'm saying. I think people try to project and try to switch the roles, right? But again, I'm living it, so I see it. You know what I'm saying? And can't nobody tell me what I'm seeing, what downloads, what things I see, and what I know, right? All I can do is share with you. Again, I'm never here to tell you what it is or what it ain't. I'm simply sharing what it looks like to me. So the sister, or it was her understudy or whatever, that was supposed to be doing some type of work to help her within the kingdom or on her journey, right? So again, it makes me think about the bone collector energy that we pulled the other day. Because again, let's think, even with Sekhmet being someone of the lady of books and information and knowledge and wisdom, right? So again, if someone is doing their part and it is supposed to be something that is run, how dare you separate? It all has to do with that, again, cutting off the cornerstone or that top, right? Dispersing the energy, leaving it to the side. And then we're doing exactly what we say colonizers did by building on top of something that was already there. It's only the colonizers look kind of like you. They may even be descent from lineage, the same bloodline, some kind of way. So again, Mesopotamia, Samaria always reminds me of, again, the South. Again, I'm in the North, but, mid area, right? But again, at the same time, my family stems from there, right? So Sumer, all that stuff, like I said, is about the Carolinas, that area. And I think also some of it goes over into like Southern California. It's my opinion. So, like, when it's talking about, this is talking about a speech that Inanna gave, right? So when you can see these things happening, like in your, within downloads, visions, dreams, or whatever. Because again, that's how everything happens for me. The physical, again, I don't know, maybe it's just like that because that's just what I'm supposed to be doing, right? So the physical, is not that busy in my life, but this aspect of things is very relevant and is very like visual, is very much there. It's almost like a stamp on your Akashic, right? Where you can pick up even in real time certain things, okay, that happen where you might have been like, why is this like this, or why do I feel like this, but then now you're reading this here. Something told me to pick this book up. We turned to a couple of pages. I didn't read through. I've never read through the whole entire book, right? And we go on to these type of things here, and it's like, people want to have the cake, yes, and eat it too. Or, right? I think that some of this has to do with also false twins, false people that are being put in order to defile or to change the course of things. Do you see what I'm saying? And again, I feel like everybody has something to say, but again, here in the 3D, I have to be the one to do this work on my own, really. I do think that I have angels, ancestors, and guides and certain people, but sometimes I think that there's also my enemies that are in the mix and they are trying to get me to push something that may fit the narrative or try to make me look some kind of way. But y'all know on this platform we do freestyle, and again, y'all just gonna see it how it is. And I'm gonna tell you again what kind of messages and downloads and what I'm doing when I'm scrying, seeing, in that oracle energy, okay? Because there must be some reason. Because there's something going on. The dates are very important. Things are going on behind the scenes. So again, we're getting a perception of things on mass media. We're getting a perception of things, but that is just a layer, right? The real essence of it is hidden, so that they can then end up, or when necessary. But before we read this, I came out here and sat, and it's kind of cold. It's getting cold out here. I got my sweater on, got me a blanket on my legs, right? And again, I think sometimes, some of my guides are trying to protect me, possibly. You know what I'm saying? I think here in the 3D, though, right? The 3D guides, I think they are, I don't know, I feel halfway just like something is being hidden and something that I'm going to say is going to bring light or shed light. But it's okay for them to allow people here in the 3D to try and vilify and also crucify me and tell lies about me and slander me and do all these things, right? And try to project and all these other things to me. But when I just go into the text, minding my own business, because source leads me there, because obviously, you know what I'm saying, there's something that I need to know, and I'm just sharing it with you guys in case you need to know something too. It's a problem. But the ancestor and guides are just like all right. And although I think that there is someone that is in the 3D and another dimension, right, and then past energy, a connection from past energy, I think is just very silent and quiet and brooding quietly in the background also with that hand. And then there's someone that, again, that I think, again, I resonated with in the 3D, but I actually don't think that they are in the 3D. I think they're in the 5D or another D. And it's a more of a frequency or something with energy, okay? Whereas they're here, but they're not. Even to the point where I be thinking, are we dealing with a higher and a lower form of the consort or the male entity that I'm tied to, whether they are still tied or not, or chose to go in a different direction or not? The thing is, you can't leave me here. And that's what I'm saying, because that people can do what they want to do, but you know what I'm saying, this is my shit. Who are you to tell me my story? And that's all I'm saying. I'm not reaching. So I'm sitting here and we're about to read this book, and I just want to go ahead and go through these lyrics, because I said this is pretty deep. This is like a anthem for empresses, right? And it's by Gerald Levert, and it's and I just heard it for the first time like a couple nights ago. I was kind of upset or whatever, because I think I do channel through music as well, right? Through sound waves or whatever it is, right? So it says, you brothers, and I think he laughed a little bit, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he said, y'all forget you got a mama. Got a lady that stick with you through thick and thin, but you dog her. And you ain't been through half the shit she been. And this is the thing. Either we dealing with favoritism within the sex, we're dealing with someone who is more well-liked because they put out. And I'm not saying that it's bad too. I'm not saying it's bad too. That's not what makes a whore to me. When I'm a protector of the land, what makes a whore to me is someone who will sell out themselves or eventually their people or whatnot for financial material gain. They usually have an advantage because of the lifestyles that they lead. And those lifestyles are exalted when a lot of those people are broken inside. While the women that are here pulling the information, giving you everything from the mud and using their powers, their skills, and draining themselves and being sucked on by energy vampires and things like this to bring the word or a message to the people, are treated some kind of way because they don't glorify finances only. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I would like to have a balance, but I'm gonna work on me first. It may hinder me in certain portions of my life or something like that, but again, I'd rather, because I can, while I have the opportunity to do that, I'm gonna continue to work on me. I have children, and I want to continue to work on me for them, with them. So people think they could cast stones and play favoritism. You can do that all you want, but at the end of the day, it doesn't take away the true essence of who the real Empress is. Even if I'm just, you know what I'm saying, maybe behind, or behind to who? No, because I'm all up in myself. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So again, that may be your perception, but my perception to me is like, we doing it right now. And that's just it. And I'm not even doing anything to hurt nobody. If somebody did something to me and you gonna get caught because you did something to me by something I'm saying and I don't even know you did it. Okay. So again, you know what I'm saying? That's not me doing nothing out of spite. That's me being connected to Source, and Source letting me know that they letting me know that I need to perform. And then whatever comes from it, it's like I said, it's like rolling the dice. But this physical realm, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just feel like it's not even going to be at the end of the, you know what I'm saying? Whatever we're moving towards right now for real redemption or whatnot would be, I would think, would be more on that level. Somebody else may think something else. Again, that's why they can think that. And I wouldn't, you know, I'm not going to hate on you for doing that. You know what I'm saying? So again, let me do what I'm doing then. Let me do what I'm doing then, right? So it said you step in the church every morning, 6 a.m. So again, I feel like maybe, you know, this has something to do with people, you know what I'm saying, waking up. This just made me think this, right? Because the church could be your body or, you know, your temple, your, you know, whatever. So again, I look at that also as like, you know, something happening on a spiritual level, you know what I'm saying? Again, maybe even during sleep or wake, right? As a form of, what do you call it? Paying homage or something like that. Even like a sense of prayer possibly, or meditation. I don't know. I'm just thinking this, okay? It says, up from work, and daddy always kept it real. Taught you how a man's supposed to feel. Not afraid to cook and clean. Ain't even into the party scene. But no matter what you do, every man that you meet want his cake and eat it too. Now, I won't say every man, and I can testify to that. I won't say every man. I can testify to that because, again, looking at me, right, right, in my, you know, in my youth or whatever, you know, and I think about that, but really, you know, being married, you know, for like what, 20 something years, and with somebody from high school, for like 30 years or whatever. Probably about 28 years or whatever, something like this. I really can honestly say that I don't doubt nobody, and I don't think that, again, until at some point in time, I guess I can say I might have thought, right? But maybe it was more things that were going on with me and the spiritual thing and all this, chaos and all this energy going on around, where I started to question, what you doing? But you know what I'm saying? Now I see that reflecting on things that were going on with me in the spiritual journey and other masculines and things being involved, and maybe it's their energy that might be even connected to him, that may be connected to me, that I see. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's just I guess how you look at it. But again, like I said, I had never thought that, I had never found nothing or anything. So I'm saying that to say that I don't think that that's every man. Right? So again, maybe that's even talking about this portion of my journey when it's coming to the spiritual nature of this whole thing, that aspect of it. Maybe that's what it is, because again, it seems as though, people want to throw shade and think it's something wrong with you because of that, but I doubt. I think that it is just whatever. I don't know. It may not even be in a negative light. It may be just because of your light. All right? Dang, somebody burning some leaves or something over here. I hope it ain't nobody. I hope ain't nobody house on fire. Hold on, put my window down. I hope there's some leaves burning. Made me kind of nervous. But I did just hear somebody with something like a lawnmower or something. Okay? All right. So again, and it's also making me think about like, because if you listen to these songs, I'm about to say thongs. What? If you listen to some of these songs, you can sense some of the things, even from the 50s, the 70s, whatever. Sometimes you can sense like some of the things that we're going through under the guise of something else, you know what I'm saying, in these songs, right? It's like timeless or whatever. It's like very timeless, right? So again, it's making me think like a third party situation or whatever, and to each his own, right? My problem is knowing that I'm the empress and that somebody want my crown and then want me to sit down underneath the feet of another feminine, a feminine, not even divine, a feminine. That's insane. Because usually the real ones go through that type of struggle. That's what the Inanna energy represents to me. Everything, a fight. She been lied to, cheated on, the victim of every sad song. Her mother and her father, a definition of the perfect daughter. But she can't find a man who done been half the things she done been. Yo, I hope that's some leaves and not nobody's house on fire, y'all. I mean, I don't think nobody raked up that many leaves. I can't even tell what direction it's coming from. I don't know. I don't know. Okay? All right. And I think that that's the case. Because we're talking about women, warrior women. We're talking about women that had to fight. Just to be alive. Just to You know, if you out there, raise your hand. And again, that's what I'm saying. Even just like I said, and before we even keep on going with this whole thing when it comes to, a man or whatever. And like, I don't think every man, like, again, a lot of stuff, okay, I'll tell you this. A lot of the stuff, and I can't blame it on what happened, right? But a lot of stuff, again, in my past relationship, right? A lot of things, the really thick of things that really turn things around were the things that happened within the past year. But again, I'm seeing different now, right? Different things that we're in some times right now, right? So I can sense demonic energy. I can sense altered energy on other people. So again, I can't even really, so it's just a hard kind of thing to relay. But just as a female, just looking, and most of the time you get like men are dogs. And I think this is why, again, at some point, I think that the relationship or the family dynamic here was attacked, right? Because I can't really say nothing bad. I can't say, all of the meanest things were said and the meanest things were done within this time, right? And I have to look at it as if though, like, oh, it may just be because of hurt, but there's no excuse, you know what I'm saying? But I just look at that, like, I try to look at the thing from both points of view, right? When it comes to relationships in general. So again, I'm not, before guys get on here thinking I'm like doing that, I'm not talking about, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about every man, right? Because again, I can't say that, right? I think it's a certain kind of man, all right? All right. And again, that's that whole, men that have been through or done half the thing that she did. So it's just like that whole energy of a feminine in her masculine energy because she's being targeted by the world. And to see that her own men, how can you even respect them when if they're lying to you or afraid or feeling some kind of way about your greatness, or, you know what I'm saying? It's strange, and will rather elevate or lift up someone that is, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that people are all bad or whoever, but I'm just saying I think y'all know what I mean. I think you know exactly what I mean. All right? It's just, I think sometimes men can overdo it when it comes to their position and their so-called power. And again, sometimes you don't even have, if you have not been there, and if you've been just watching and okay with stumbling blocks and things like that and not really trying to alter a guide, you know what I'm saying, then you have no business. You see what I'm saying? And see, that'll rub somebody the wrong way. But again, really, how can I have that type of respect? You know what I'm saying? And I give everybody that off the top. I give everybody, when I'm introduced to energies, or again, when I meet people, I give people like the benefit of the doubt first. You know what I'm saying? You got to actually do something to make me feel some kind of way. And once that's done, I might even stop dealing with you all the way, but one ear done been cut off. So I can't even hear you all the way clearly. You know what I'm saying? You had to talk in the other one, and then we could probably go from there if I can hear you. See? So it's just, I feel like that's just what I feel. All right? So again, it forces women to be in that masculine energy and to roar, right? And it's funny, if the threats are even just coming from masculine energy, that's just like, what? Ugh. Like, this is what I be feeling like. Like, instead of doing all that, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Be like, guidance, no guidance. What is it? Because it seemed like, and maybe that just ain't because I'm a different breed. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just because I'm a different breed. And maybe that worked with them, but it don't work for me because I know who I am. And I'm just saying, it's just like that whole before me, there was no other. So in that energy, I'm resonating that energy right now of those empresses that were here. the idols and the bendable, pliable women are the ones that were formed, in a sense, right? And put up on those things. But again, I'm reasonable as well. But the whole thing is not about your appearance. It's not about all these things. It's about who you are. And a lot of times I feel like they refuse to let the true feminine energy into her position. Every time. And that's how nations fall. If you out there, raise your hand, check it out. You like the thought of making love, occasional kisses, and a few hugs. Want a family, raise some kids, just like your mama and your daddy did. So I think this is like, and I think this also challenges someone to step up their game. I don't know. We'll see what it comes down to. All right. But every guy you start to dig comes with baggage and no gig. Okay. Yeah. Got no kind of job. So again, this made me even think of like about a reverse energy, right? Like, okay, it may be that energy, but then maybe that's the masculines looking for a feminine, that because I do think about the sense of the Solomon story. It's almost like taxation, possibly. I'm feeling like I don't know. I don't know if that's what I'm getting. Or just like, you know what I'm saying? Baby mamas. But it goes the other way around. Whatever they accumulate within their, you know what I'm saying, would seem, you know what I'm saying, just seem like something that is possible or doable. That everything that they, you know, accumulate, it goes into building back. Right? So like a polygamous, you know, like kind of something like that or whatever is what it made me think of, right? Okay, so again, comes with baggage and no gig. Yeah, got no kind of job. Okay, got a baby mama and a lot of bills. You fit the bill, but he come and go at will. I mean, come on, y'all. This got to be the anthem. This got to be a collective type of anthem. Oh. See? Okay. See, and that's what let me know. People be 2 steps ahead. People be 2 steps ahead. We dealing with, it made me think about Father Time for some reason. And again, I'm not telling nobody what they shouldn't do. We're just reading the song, okay? I'm just a messenger, okay? It said, give your baby a standing ovation, got her own college education, raised her babies all alone, always in the house but never at home. Damn. So even it's almost like that aspect of something. If women that are like an incomplete energy, right? Rather, you know what I'm saying? Not having the other half, or having the other half but they're not there, or, you know what I'm saying? Being at home but it's not really home, like this house is not a home. Is that what it's called? You know what I'm saying? That's all. But again, the raise, you know, so got her own college education. So it's like even like how people hustle with other things, you know, like this is a hustle. Getting this information, lining it up, you know, using your, you know, it's draining. It can have you really, really in the, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of like a college education, like I said, to me, because I think that's one that's more beneficial and hands-on. So it says raise her babies all alone. Again, and that can be a situation with or without a man. Single moms, you know what I'm saying? Those are like superheroes in my eyes, right? And it's like, you know, at the same time, I was a mom. It was a complex for me because I think for a large portion of my time with like a traditional way of seeing things within the household and the dynamic, it's almost like, you know, and I guess whatever things, it's almost like I was responsible for everything that had to do with the kids. Everything. It's like the first 3 weeks, the baby wake up in the middle of the night. Oh, I got this. I'm ready. I'm here. I'm at your service. And after that, wasn't no more. After about 3 to 6 weeks, And there was no problem with sleeping or Sid or nothing. It was over. You know what I'm saying? So after that, it was up to me. Every single thing, every single play, every single everything. But again, I couldn't complain. You know what I'm saying? It was hard sometimes, but because people think you got it under wraps because you have somebody there. But sometimes it's hard, even when when we're talking about the years of rearing the children. It's hard when you do have somebody else there, but they don't see the mother-father roles as the same. They think, oh, I just got to go to work, make the money, and I'm about to sit down, and you're going to bring me my food, and then I'm about to go to bed, and I'm about to get up and do the same thing the next day, and just be happy. I'm not breaking up no fights. I ain't picking up no dishes. I ain't doing nothing. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave my dishes in here by the TV so you can pick them up and take them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that kind of energy, like I said. So it's just like that, okay? And then also thinking as a woman, like, okay, this is how it's supposed to be, like whatever. This is how it's supposed to be, like this is cool like this or whatever, right? And you see in all your years and everything that you wanted to do or wish for and all the movements you would have liked to make, you know what I'm saying? Pass you by, even and again, everybody's situation is different. But it's just reflecting on things and whatever. But I don't spend too much time because again, we're going into the future now. You know what I'm saying? We're moving on here. Okay, we're recognizing, we're analyzing, recognizing, rising, and moving on. Okay, so let's keep on moving. So again, yeah, let's see. Okay, come with the baggage, gig. Okay, raise her babies all alone. So again, in that sense. So, that's what I was saying. So it can be hard even if you have somebody in the place, right? And I apologize that this lighting is like this, okay? Because again, it's hard when you start having to be more the disciplinary, right? And then there's nobody else that want to do it. And then you're trying to even it out because they can go to dad and, especially with girls and get whatever. And so it's just like, I don't know. I think it was all, and I guess that would be a good topic to talk about, maybe, right? Having someone there and them not being, you know what I'm saying, as supportive as you would like is another concept, I think. And then dealing with that always there, and then, you still got to do all this. As opposed to when with my mama, at some point in time when she was a single mom, it was just like what she said, go. Everybody, mama said, get it done, mama on her way, oh, you better clean up, mama said. You know what I'm saying? So it was no confusion there. Mama made the rules, that's what they was. It wasn't no, but I asked dad, and, none of that, right? So let's keep moving. All right, y'all. All right. So again, it says always in the house but never at home, okay? Ooh, hold on. What that made me think about? Like the body and then your spiritual. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. Could that be talking about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you think, like, sometimes you... I don't know, I was, like, seeing, like a doorway, like, checking out and, like, walking with source. You know what I'm saying? On them days when you just, like, zen and you just check out. You know what I'm saying? And then again, that can leave like a low vibing energy. That can leave a low vibing energy, especially with mothers and that are at home. So again, I mean, I don't know why. Maybe I'm just going too deep or whatever, and that ain't even what this is talking about. But I don't know. That's just the thought that is triggering in me. And then it's Saturday. We just having fun right now, okay? I don't know. Maybe this is me and being weird with words, y'all. Okay. So it says 24 hours in labor, okay? It sounds like work. Even it sounds like, you know what I'm saying, having a baby though too, right? So again, duality here. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. She been abused by her man. She done been out there on welfare. she done been. Oh, okay. So the she done been is like the singing, like afterwards or whatever. So it says y'all don't seem to understand. She done been. PMS in PMSing once a month, right? Scrapping up dollars to get the baby's lunch. Left by her arms. Yeah, left by her arms. By a sucker man. I don't know if this is talking about Dakota arms. Did that came to my mind? A strong arm, even, you know? Y'all don't seem to understand. Y'all don't seem to understand. Call bitches and hoes for no reason. Getting raped on by her man she was pleasing. So it's almost like, you know what I'm saying? Why buy the cow? You understand? It was her best friend. Damn. Be a model man who done been through what she done been. Be a model man who done been through what she done been. So again, it was her friend. It's like that song. Yeah. Best friend. Even the song, what song is that coming to my mind? Dang, what was another song just came to mind? But then, Kelly Price came to mind too. She was a friend of mine. Said, give your baby a standing ovation. Got her own college education. Raised her babies all alone. Always in the house but never at home. It sounds like a disconnected, like a alter, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know, I feel like that. Like a separation, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I was thinking about, like divine, you know, because to D is like to remove something, you know what I'm saying? Almost from a vine, or pluck it from the vine. Pluck it from the vine. You get it? Hold on. All right. Again, I think that's it. Let's go ahead and look at these cards that I pulled. All right. And honestly, I did pull them last night, not right now. And I was wondering why, right? But after we look at them, I guess we'll see. All right. I should have brought my light out here because I can't see. I hope y'all. Okay, yeah. Okay. So again, women's wisdom. And I think this is the Aboriginal, possibly, deck. All right, so, you know, you see this flower, and also it kind of looked like a lady, you know, 2 legs and some flowers coming out her butt. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, that's what it kind of looked like. It's like floating like a fairy or something like that. But, you know, there's this colorful, like, floral thing, but then there's this grayness, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of making me, about that song, you know, it's kind of like somebody being lifted, like the colorful part of them being lifted out of a dark gray space. Because look at the background. You know, it's really, really drab, right? So it's even making me think about Inanna and the father and his son, or I don't know if, you know, I think it's the father and his son or his servant maybe. And they have images of them in heaven where she's sitting there writing everything down. And then they're kind of standing off to the side in front of her. So, I don't know. Like I said, that's what I'm saying, okay? So again, it's almost to get that women's wisdom and milk them like a cash cow. That's what I'm saying, a cash cow. And everybody else is reaping the benefits off of that cow. Even it's making me think, like I said, about being someone that, again, source or what, the ancestors or whatever, is like, it's, I'm saying, the world is yours, what I'm saying? So it's almost a sense of that, to keep that woman confined, what I'm saying, while they run off and trick off whatever resources, money, finances, resources, whatever other things, what I'm saying? And then graft in other feminines or possibly, other people into the mix to fit certain major agendas that are going on. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just, that's the way I look at it, right? That's the only other way to do that. The only other reason, because nobody is really concerned about no man is really concerned about how many degrees you have. At the end of the day, if they're looking for a real mate or a mother to children, right? But again, why buy the cash cow, right? And again, when it comes to like trophy wives, I guess they can be more controlled, but also bought out, but also, what I'm saying? But then the surrogate, what I'm saying, is the one that is really, what I'm saying? The surrogate energy, right? And then we have men's business, right? But also, you notice that the woman and the child are the ones that's carrying the staff, but she has this man energy. Of men, right, grafting onto or cleaving onto the wife, because she is really the one that's holding the staff. Oh, that's men's business. Because, again, like I said, it leaves the woman raped, pillaged, robbed, and expected to wait for what? Her portion. But that's so tricky of the energy. The higher part of one of the connections, it's just like, I'm doing this and this is why I'm doing it, or whatever, I'm about to be doing this. And the lower aspect is like, it's yours, go get it. So, what I'm saying? I don't know, right? So spirit connection. It's like, that's all. It's colorful. Then you got the bland colors, but it's just always going. It's like a mosaic, right? That's where I spend most of my time, in that like kaleidoscope of that type of energy, those type of vibes. So again, inner grief. So this always makes me think about the womb when it comes to this image here. So, I guess you could look at like the calamity of past couple years coming at a certain aspect of music that use certain terms and things, and God punishing the world or something because of what was going on with the people. And it just make you think like we all just had to sit down for a minute to tell. But then again, could you imagine being one of those energies that are mainly one of those entities that had to be the one to, you know what I'm saying, while you using your bow and arrow and casting all those arrows out to, penetrate and did try to get a response, right? These arrows possibly dipped in poison, right? After you're done with that, then they take they take Cupid's arrow and point it at you, and then mistake your kindness for weakness. And when you speak on it, then you're a threat again, and then you deserve to be attacked even more. So again, inner grief. Because nobody thinks about, right? No one thinks about. And while we on this song and we got this pulled up, let me go ahead and look at one more thing. Right? Let's see if I can pull it up. clean out the screen a little bit. Okay, because I posted this picture here. Oh, come on now. I posted this image. I'm gonna put a link to it. I'm gonna definitely put a link to it. So you guys can click on it yourself, right? Yeah, because you're probably not gonna be able to see it on here. Of the volcano, right? And I just keep hearing Fire King, right? And it's making me think about a death to something, right? Just energy of that. I don't know, right? It's also got me in the scriptures about when they said, I think, was it Exodus, I think? When they said, kill all of the firstborn males, or kill all the males and keep the girls, I think. When it comes to Moses being placed in the, you know. So again, I'm going to share this image with you guys. You can't really probably see it here. You're not going to be able to see it. All right. But I have this image here. Excuse me, of the tornado. And I don't know, maybe you can. Maybe you can. No, you won't be able to see it, all right? You won't be able to. I'm going to put it there. But I want you, if you want to, analyze this image. If not, you can also find me on Instagram at Shay_seeking. On Instagram. And like I said, this image here, I see something there. Okay, I won't even say what I see. I'll wait and see if y'all know what it is. I see something there. And that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of people outside looking in, especially depending on how deep you are tapped into that when it comes to, and we'll just use celestial for layman's terms, or that energy. Being able to feel the motions of things now that are unseen. To sense, use your sensors to sense those things. Nobody wants to, but again, when it comes to wisdom, she is the one that goes through all the motions. She will have an insight on the world that no one else will have. But her God, or the Elohim, or I would even say Adonai, that particular energy. So maybe Adonai is that energy. When I speak, or when I commune with Adonai, it is almost, yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe that means something. I don't know. That's that energy. That can, I don't know. It's that energy that is like, makes you feel like that girl almost, I don't know. In that, way. So, So moving on. Someone's calling me, so I have to go. But again, we'll come back with Inanna in a minute. But I just thought that was something. But you'll see why I said this whole inner grief energy here. Because a lot of people think they know what's going on from the outside, looking in. But I pulled this card a lot. And maybe some, feminine energies can relate to that. But I feel like it may be a dangerous. I don't know after the video goes up what kind of energy I feel like. Because I put my videos up and then I just sit there like, because you know what I'm saying. And I just never know what And it's just that energy. It's like, oh, okay, leave me alone. Dang, I mean, what? You know what I'm saying? So that's that. And yeah. So again, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and join us in the Facebook group American Aborigines Unchained for more information or alternative information, past, present, and future. And again, I'm not the only one that posts in there. There's many other people that post, right? So I'll see you guys soon. Take care.